campaign into people's homes, into people's kitchens, into their living room. You brought it into small businesses, whether it was a restaurant, or a dental office, or a T-Mobile or a phone store, right? A hair salon. You brought it to the people that need it the most. You also brought it to public libraries. Look at how many libraries we've been to all over U.S. and Canada since we started 10 years ago, or 9 years ago. We've been to places of worship, different churches, different temples, different places of youth. We have been in medical centers, different hospitals, different medical groups, different faculty of med schools. We have been in so many organizations like the Boys and Girls Club. We have been in YMCA. We have been in the Chamber of Commerce. You did that. All of you brought our workshop to so many schools and universities. Look, how many of you, after we joined our campaign, you said, I wish we could bring this. I knew this when I was young. Right? We have been in some of the most prestigious schools, like Harvard University, Berkeley, and we're not stopping there. We have been in government agencies. We are like official partners with the Chicago Police Department, the San Antonio Sheriff Department. We have a letter that talks about us from the FBI. We have somebody from the FBI attended a church presentation and brought us back to the government organization. We have a thank you letter from the IRS thanking us for what we do. So, ladies and gentlemen, this year happens to be a special year, which is my dad's 40-year anniversary in the financial industry. And, you know, 40 years ago, my mom and dad were just like many of you in this room. You know, with 3 kids, me and my 2 older brothers, with each of them having 8 siblings, which is 16 siblings total, 17 to be exact, or actually 20. 20 siblings, and all grandparents, so there's so many people to support. They're just like you, that when they join this business, just an extra $500 a month in 1985 would have made a big impact for them. And we never would have thought that 40 years ago, just to come here like all of you today and spend a few days to learn how to make $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, that we would grow our team to what we have here, 49,000 licensed agents, right? But, you know, as we celebrate these 40 years, this convention, I just want to tell you a quick story, because it's not just about him. You know, when Andrew came to my dad's house 11 years ago and asked if he could marry me, asked for my hand in permission to marry, and I thought he would talk about, you know, I'm the youngest, I'm the only daughter, and how much he better protect me and all these things. But there's actually only one sentence that my dad said. He said that, Andrew, do you understand that marrying Alicia isn't just about marrying our family, but you are committing to 20,000 more families. And so, I just want to let you know that as we celebrate 40 years, you know, being in this industry as a family, but it's not just about the Wing family. It's a representation of all of you. All of us going out, it's 40 years of us going out in the field every day. 40 years of us going into kitchens, going into living rooms, going into the libraries. It's 40 years of us sharing to our coworkers, our friends, our family. It's 40 years of us bringing our parents, bringing our kids, and sacrificing every day. It's 40 years of our debt. So many now kids, I see so many kids yesterday, all go to school debt-free, no student loan. I see so many of us have been able, like Virginia, go through emergencies and not be worried. That's what this 40 year represents. And even though we are here to celebrate, but we are just getting started until every family and
and I'm in business, obviously, after she decided to come in. And I'll tell you, WSB is a better place to be because Alicia's part of it. success and
Kita
raise a
harus
family.
ini adalah short weekend
It's
ya.
an absolute honor to choose someone whose legacy
Jadi
speaks for
dia tuh
itself.
kembali boleh.
Man who has not only built a business empire, but also
Oh,
has
ada
built
live
people
dia
in his
sendiri.
heart.
Live dia.
Strong
Yakin
Win,
dia jaga.
known in the industry as a loving coach, with vision, leadership, is transformational. With decades of experience and multiple $1 million earned and created for others, he has mentored, trained, and inspired thousands of individuals, helping them break barriers, unlock potential, and create lasting success, both in business and in life. How many of you guys have learned how to travel in life because of Mr. Fano Legend? How many of you guys have learned how to eat better because of Coach? I don't know about you, but anytime he says, hey, Virginia, what are you doing with this? I will eat. I don't care how much I've eaten. This impact stretches beyond numbers of titles, charities, and goodwill. His heart has a rare ability to see greatness in others before they see them themselves. His coaching has become a catalyst for life-changing breakthroughs across countries. You know, we've heard of rainmakers. This is one Win, our head coach, is a millionaire maker. How many future millionaires are in this room today? How many of you? With 40 years of dreaming, 40 years of vision, he's taught us to own our decision and to own our responsibility. Please join me in giving a warm, powerful welcome to this true legend as we watch this video and we have him come up on stage. Guys, your head coach, standing ovation. Come on, let's go. My head coach, our fearless leader. This is Ron. Win, simple and loud.
Merekam atau
Wow, that house. Well, it's what a happiness is to have your daughter talk about you, and have my wife watching me in front of 20,000, 15,000 people. That's happening. Well, I don't know what to say. I have a lot of things to say, and 40 years is a long, long time. You know, I think like in 40 years, I live 400 years. Because every minute, every hour, our heart, our soul in this business. And, you know, I am so glad to have a lot of new people coming here today. You know, it's a result of the trust and belief of our teammates. They know this is something special going on. They can feel like we feel. They understand our purpose. They understand our reason why we do this business. And many of them have worked very hard to invite you, to bring you here. But I want you, for those of you who come here for the very first time, I want you to listen. And just listen very carefully for the first time. At least for this moment in your life. Because I do believe that any one of you who come here, even though, you know, there's some part of reluctance or hesitation when you come to this place, and you see a lot of crowd people who seem to be all excited, you have some doubt. But why don't you just listen? listen attentively, because a lot of things we do here is we try to show you something that we are so much believing. And this is something we dedicate our life to do this one. And this is something we want to share to other people who is like the situation like us, who needs something that we can offer and who want to be part of our journey. So I know that the getting part here, the security here, this arena is that we didn't plan for it, but it's so difficult. But I think I challenge you when you go to lunch or maybe come back tomorrow morning, or maybe you give them more time or patience, because I do think that the time that you get in line, the time you sit here, or the time maybe you have to eat some quick food at lunch, I think it's time well spent here. You know, many of us spend months and years to plan for this convention. Many of us, especially our leader, worked tirelessly for the last several months because we know the importance of this gathering. We are about talking to you about an effort of thousands and 10,000 people who come here with the same vision, with the same mission, with the same purpose, with the same heart. And we are a growing group of people who believe so much that we can take control of our life into our hands. In fact, we can make change, and we can be able to make big impact. We can change our world, we can change our community, we can change definitely our family, and we can change a new industry. We want to build a new industry. We don't want the same thing. We want to disrupt. We want to make big move, and that's why when you sit here, you have to see. You have to listen, because you will see something that's very different than you ever seen in your life. This is the new beginning, and I think that among the turmoil world that we live in today, there is always have hope. I always think about the resilience of human beings and people like us. We don't come here. We don't come to this place. We're not the person, people who give up. We want to fight. We want to fight for something we believe in, something that we think is good for people around us, especially for our families. We want to fight for, the people who have a chance. So I want to talk to you this one and so many other our people in the next day and a half. It's very going very fast. I want you to do this, you to know when it comes to this place, this kind of meeting, it was in Vegas. 40 years ago, we didn't have money. We were always driving. It took me like 12 hours to drive to Vegas. That was the best 12-hour drive I ever did in my life. When I get to this one, all of a sudden my world opened because I see that I can do it. I was sitting in one of those places up there, and I know someday I will be here. I will lead the team, and I will be somebody. When I started, just like many of you, I think most of us never want to change until it hurts you. And the next 2 days, it may hurt some of you, but that's is a good thing. In the next few months or year, when you go out in the field and when it hurts, it will help. I come to this country and I met you, and this is the best thing that ever happened in my life. I come here with a hope and dream, and very quickly I'm a young man full of life and want to be somebody. But then, of course, the startup in this country never been easy. All those my pictures before when come here, thought that America full of money. All I have to do is sit over the tree and get it. But I go through struggle like most people. I'm working from home, from art shop up the others, and sit in the assembly line for 12 hours a day, trying to get some overtime. And then I work as a social worker. And that was a wonderful job I had, you know, for the first time in my life. I was able to work with the IRC, the International Rescue Committee. And even though I'm still very poor, but I find something very wonderful, I will associate with a group of people who live their life for purpose. They all live their life for the poor people, the people yearning to be free, the people who want to be somebody. They have the refugee. I see people who so dedicated. I was mentored by a man who recruited me into the International Rescue Committee. And he wouldn't mind wake up 5 o'clock in the morning to pick up a refugee, put in his big up Volkswagen. He drive 2 hours through the traffic from San Francisco to put him into an assembly line job in San Jose. And then at 3 o'clock he drive back to San Jose, pick the guy up, and bring him home in the Tenderloin in San Francisco. They do it for months. And they taught me a lesson that you can help people at every level you are. That's